Welcome to Blazing Balls, Friday, April 25th, 2025, where we blaze through today's other sports ball topics. This is the Blazing Baseball After Show / After Hours. And so, live now, we got the Zurich Classic Open.
Smacking the golf ball.
Yeah. This one is the group, the doubles.
The team. All right.
Yes. So at the minus 16, we got Novak and Griffin. And then at minus 15, tied at 2, we got both Hojgaards. And
interesting.
we got Celinda and Velo at minus 15 on the other team. At minus 14, we got Bridgman and Phillips. And then at minus 13, we got Davis and Schwessen and a play of other golfers golfing it up in Louisiana right now.
Mm-hmm. Having fun.
Yep. Purse is $2,200,000.
All right. It's not a big one. Not for them.
No, not for them. All right. And so
NFL draft.
Before we get into that.
Okay.
We have the NBA playoffs going on.
Mm-hmm. Also.
Yeah, so yesterday, Knicks beat the Pistons 118-116. Knicks lead the series 2-1. Go Knicks. And Thunder beat the Grizzlies 114-108. And Thunder is leading 3-0. John Morant of the Grizzlies has been battling through injury in order to play for the Grizzlies. And he's he is their best player on their team. And he took a pretty big fall there on that game and then left with an injury. And so basically it feels like they can't win without him.
Yeah,
so
they need him.
They need him. And then so if he can't come back for the last game, that's kind of it.
It's trouble.
Thunder is really good right now. And then the Clippers beat the Nugs 117-83. And Clippers lead the series 2-1. Today we got the Celtics at Magic. Boston leads 2-0.
Right.
We got Pacers at Bucks. Pacers lead 2-0. And we got Lakers at the T-Wolves. And that series tied is 1-1.
Okay.
And then tomorrow we got the Cavs at Heat. And the Cleveland's leading 2-0 in that series.
Yeah.
So plenty of the basketball is heating up. And this is the Mavs they won their first play-in game, lost their second play-in game, got eliminated. And so they are not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And this is really the new Mavs GM, the new owner, Nico Harrison, he became a meme. There's a picture of him. The ESPN cut to him when Anthony Davis was lumbering off in an injury in that last game. And it was kind of like, well, he's the one that basically did the trade for Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. And
that was a bad trade.
It seemed, this whole time.
No.
My initial thought when it happened was, what the fuck? And it seems to be that this is, and it was kind of like, well, maybe, we could still win even without Luka. But now, no, it's clear that the Lakers, while they're still in, they're looking really good right now.
They sure are.
And Nico Harrison he's being quoted saying, I didn't realize how big of a deal Luka is to the Mavs. And it just highlights how this guy doesn't know anything about basketball.
That was a bad mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have never made that trade.
Yeah, no.
No, not for 10 years.
No. Luka led them.
He's only 25.
He led them to the finals.
Yeah, and he's only 25.
Yeah.
All right, he's just starting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and he put up historic numbers already, Kobe-like numbers already.
Well.
And just looks really bad on him right now. And
this is his own fault.
Yeah, this is his own fault. And I was watching that Pat McAfee show recently. They had Adam Silver on, the NBA commissioner, and the commissioner's saying, "Oh, there's like this talk about, oh, they did this in order to get under the salary. They didn't want to pay
Cap.
him the salary cap, the luxury tax one, which is what we were talking about. We were saying that this is what it seemed like. What I was saying that when the new ownership came in, they wanted to get under the salary cap because Mark Cuban was paying Luca a lot and was due the supermax contract, which is a lot of money. And uh, Mark Cuban was even quoted. He's not the majority owner anymore,
No.
so he's kind of sitting back on it.
Yeah.
He was quoted back in the day saying he would divorce his wife before trading Luca. So it kind of
Yeah, but he might not like his wife. So that doesn't mean that much.
well, it's just
I don't know.
I believe Mark Cuban loves his wife.
Okay.
But just being as being like a joke, kind of, but also like he
wasn't going to trade him.
Knows,
he was smart enough.
basketball.
No, he was smart enough
he
not
knows
to
he
trade
will
him.
never do that.
No.
Yeah.
So he gave up control of the team, and the guy comes in and trades him.
Yeah, and so now all of Dallas and the Mavs
They're pissed.
are pissed.
Yeah, pissed.
And
The fans should be pissed because they took their best player and trashed him. So
Yep.
what? You know,
Yeah.
that's that. It's
Yeah.
over.
Once
Then
it's
they can't
done.
reverse it now.
Nope. Yep.
No. Lakers aren't going to let him go. No.
The Lakers can still win it all. Luka
Yeah.
can lead them
Yes.
to the finals.
They got
It's
James.
crazy.
They got
Yeah.
firepower. They can do
They
it.
got Reeves.
Yeah.
They got
They got a good team. They're in it.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're definitely in it.
Okay. Let's talk about the NFL draft.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So, as we were discussing, number 1 did go to the Tennessee Titans.
And that was the bet.
Cam Ward.
The bet was you
Going
get
to Ward.
20% on a dollar. So you get
Yeah.
20 cents for every dollar you bet.
So, yeah,
So
Cam
if you
Ward.
bet $10, you got $2 that you won. Okay.
Yeah, Cam Ward goes number 1 from the QB from Miami. And then number 2, the pick was by the Browns. And they trade to Jacksonville. And then so Jacksonville Jaguars have the number 2 pick. They go for Travis Hunter.
Yep.
The Heisman Trophy winner.
Yep.
Cornerback / wide receiver
But is
out of
he
Colorado.
going to play both in the pros?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think he can.
I think he's going to be a wide receiver.
I think he's going to do both because he's 101.
Okay. I think he's going to be a wide receiver.
We'll see, though.
We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Mhm.
Maybe they make him a nickel back.
Well, it's what you were saying, too.
Yeah,
What
Nickelback.
you were saying.
Yeah.
I also saw, talk about it, too. A footballer was saying, basically, you were saying, have him as a receiver, but then in some special packages, they
Yeah.
can put him as a cornerback.
Of course.
So then he see
The
how
nickel back, they could put him in, and he doesn't have to play the whole game.
Exactly.
He's playing special when they're covering on pass defense.
So then
When it's 3rd and long, he
it-
goes in.
that's the start of
Yeah.
the Travis Hunter.
I think
it
that's
feels like.
I think that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Travis Hunter, and then it might be like he's on the field the whole game, which would be ridiculous
he
at
is
the pro level.
He is a fun person.
But he did it in college.
Yeah, he is a fun person to watch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gets drafted and it's like he's like coming out like he's gonna perform a rock concert show.
Well,
It's just that's the energy he brings wherever he goes.
It's
yeah.
lit. Man, he's a player.
He is something
So,
else.
even if he's just a wide receiver, I think he's going to be fantastic, Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
But if they put him on the nickel back, they're taking a risk that he could get hurt. But, he has the ability to play both positions at the highest level.
Definitely.
Okay, there you go. But what about the Giants?
Oh, before we get into that, so this was a trade with the Browns, right? And we know the Browns are fucking terrible and they suck. And they're cursed. So that clearly and I feel like looking at the trade, they mess up on that trade because the Browns could have then got Travis Hunter, and then they got less picks, I believe, basically.
Well, they're not going to get Travis Hunter, which is
didn't.
actually 2 players.
Yeah,
you get 2
exactly.
players for one,
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Number 3, Giants pick Abdul Carter, edge from Penn State.
Okay. The Giants go with the defensive pick. There he is. He's 6'3", 250 pounds, top prospect from Penn State. They're cheering for him. His grade was 7.0. Pro Bowl talent, right there in the stats.
How do you sleep at night? On a mattress from Mattress?
There we go. Okay. I think the G-men did very well getting him. And then we'll get to the Giants' second pick in the first round.
It's tough because they should have picked what the Pats picked, in my opinion. Number 4, New England, Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU.
Excellent pick.
Yes, Carter he might have been the best player at the time, but the Giants needed an offensive line.
For 12 years.
The
12 years.
The Giants, the D line
is good.
Is their only good thing.
Yep.
So they added to it.
Yep.
So
it's a good thing to say that. But what they were saying was that Carter was.
He's so good. You have to get him.
He was so good. They think he's like Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, he's like Lawrence Taylor, like Clowney, like Myles Garrett, like TJ Watt. Like they're saying he's player. Like that level.
Well, so we're gonna find out now.
Yeah, it's just like that kind of talent does. Like Clowney went number 1 overall, and it's like when that happened, it was like you got to pick him because he's such a freak athlete.
Yep.
There's no. No one like him.
Right. He was doing backflips.
Yeah, as an edge before we were calling.
So when you went to block him, he did a backflip over you.
Yeah. He was just called the D ends. Back in the day when we called him D ends.
Yeah.
He was the on the end.
Yep. Okay. So the Patriots get the offensive tackle, which was smart, and then the Browns pick, and they pick
Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan. So that's clearly a really stupid pick for them because
their offense is terrible.
They have them out. They basically did what the Giants did.
Mm-hmm.
They solidified an already decent part of their team. Raiders pick Ashton Genty, running back from Boise State.
He's amazing. See,
best running back in the draft.
The Giants are cursed because you know what happened. They got rid of Barkley.
Yep.
So that was a terrible mistake for the Giants.
And the
Eagles win the Super Bowl and crush everybody.
Yep.
Beat the crap out of the Giants like it's a joke.
Yep.
This guy is so good. It could have maybe helped the Giants get some faith back into the team, but they went with the defense.
So. It still should have been the O-line. Well, they don't have anything. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, Genty, like he would have been the replacement for Barkley.
Exactly.
But
tried to be.
Yeah.
Tried to be. Right.
But so it's just I would prefer them to have Genty than Carter.
I think so.
But
that's what
Giants,
I thought.
The Giants are just in so la la lands. Like they're concerned about what the media says and not what their footballers say.
Good point.
There's like no baller at the head.
Yep.
I mean, just look at Brian Daboll. Like, looks like he can't do a push-up.
No.
So like,
they didn't fire him.
Look at Dan Campbell and the Lions.
Right,
bro. They're gonna come off this season with the Lions finally became amazing last season, and they didn't make the Super Bowl. So
they're going to be on
the fire burning under the Lions have been burning for decades now, and now this fire's the highest fire's ever been, and it's just like Dan Campbell leads them to be that way.
Yes,
and Brian Daboll can't.
I don't think so. I thought he should have been fired, but that's okay.
Same.
All right.
So that's how cursed and la la land the Giants are.
It's tough.
Number 7, the Jets. They go with Armand Membo, offensive tackle from Missouri.
Good pick.
You have a good pick. And
6'4", 315.
so congrats to the Jersey team that needs to be working on their O-line. Congrats to them picking up an O-lineman right there.
The Jets got him.
Yep. Number 8, Panthers pick Tatoria McKillen, wide receiver from Arizona.
Good player.
Yeah, he was touted as the best receiver, so big pickup for the Panthers. Number 9, Saints pick Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle from Texas.
University of Texas.
Huge pick, actually. Yeah, Giants should have picked him because it's debatable that he's better than Campbell.
I like him, because I watched him every game.
Me too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're Longhorn fans.
Yeah, so
good job, Longhorns. Very nice for Banks.
Yep. Number 10, Chicago Bears pick Colston Loveland, tight end from Michigan.
Very unusual tight end goes in the top 10. He was the 10th pick of the draft, and they don't usually take a tight end till the second round. But they took another one. There's another one coming up from Penn State too.
Yep. 11 49ers pick Michael Williams, edge from Georgia. Good pick for them.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Georgia's defense was incredible.
Number 12, Cow Patties pick Tyler Booker, guard from Alabama.
Offensive line.
O-lineman. I can't hate on it. It's an amazing move. Number 13, Miami Dolphins. Because as we all know, you can't do anything without a fucking O-line.
Exactly. Please do that first.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's how the Eagles did it.
Yep. O-line, D-line, baby.
They did their O-line, they did their D-line, and you know what? They did it. They put Barkley in there, ran the ball, and then
O-line, best D-line. They have the Super Bowl, and they're gonna do this. They're gonna try to do the same thing next season.
They could run the ball, they can control the ball, and they can play defense. That's a pretty powerful way to win. That's the old school way.
Number 13, Miami Dolphins. Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan. Good pick for Dolphins. They need whatever help they can get. Number 14, Colts pick Tyler Warren, tight end from Penn State.
Second one.
I feel like Pat McAfee is excited about that one there. You got a tight end on your team. That's a good thing.
Well, if he starts.
Yeah. Number 15, Falcons pick Jalen Walker, edge from Georgia.
Another
good
edge
pick for them. 16, Cards pick Walter Nolan, defensive tackle from Mississippi. Good pick for them. 17, Bengals, Shamar Stewart, edge, Texas A&M. Good pick for them. 18, Seahawks, Gray Zabel, guard from North Dakota State. Good pick for them.
That's a Division II school, though. So, he's a big dude, but I don't know.
Didn't Cody March come from there too?
Yeah.
So then there you go.
Yeah, so there you go. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, they know.
Makes sense. They know.
The O-lineman,
they know.
You can draft from there.
Yeah, they watch the feet. Here we go. Look at the Bucks.
Number 19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver from Ohio State.
Awesome.
Best receiver from Ohio State, the Natty winners. And it's an amazing pick. And that just adds to our weapons for Bake.
It's fantastic for Baker Mayfield.
We got Evans.
They got more
Godwin
offense
back. And whoever Bake throws to is a weapon anyway.
Yeah.
And so now we got this guy on our team now too.
Yep.
Woo.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's going to be throwing his head off.
Yeah.
Go Baker.
Yeah.
Go Buccaneers. That's fun.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 20, Broncos pick J.D. Barron, cornerback from Texas.
Texas Longhorns.
He's a beast.
Got 2 guys picked in the first round.
Well, it's actually 3.
I know, right there. The other receiver.
We'll get
Colton.
Yeah, number 21, Steelers pick Derek Harmon, defensive tackle from Oregon. Good pick for them. Number 22, Chargers pick Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina. That's a good pick for them.
RB. There he is.
Number 23, Packers pick Matthew Golden, wide receiver from Texas.
There you go.
Amazing pick.
That's fantastic. That's 3 first-round picks for the Texas Longhorns in the first round of the NFL draft. It's beautiful. That's really good for the Texas Longhorns.
Yep, 24, Vikings pick Donovan Jackson, guard from Ohio State.
Hey, Ohio State's getting guys drafted all over the place.
Let me grab some water.
Yeah. So Ohio State did well because they won the national championship, and these players are pretty fantastic. I actually liked Howard also.
Yep. And
There's
that's the interesting thing here because the Giants,
They
they get pick number 25. Yeah, they trade from Houston.
Yep.
And they go with Jackson Dart, QB from Mississippi. And
6'2", 225.
And once again, I'm disappointed because they didn't pick an O lineman. You can't do anything without a fucking O line.
Well, I know, but he can scramble. He is fast. So I think their plan is to have him scramble.
And the thing is, yeah, they signed Russell Wilson and
That's
Jameis
fantastic.
Winston.
Well, they have.
So
well,
then they
that's
once
pretty
again,
good. That's
the
pretty
Giants added to a
position that they didn't need.
They didn't need.
Well, I think Russell Wilson's going to be able to get them to a wild card.
Bro, and then this is the other thing too. Yes, that's the hope.
That's the hope.
But you can't do anything with that O line anyway. But this is also interesting too because this makes Jackson Dart the second quarterback taken this whole draft, and over Shedeur Sanders, and it'll be interesting. I kind of thought I liked Howard over any quarterback.
Yeah, I liked Howard too.
And
well, he won the national championship, so you got to give him credit for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I like Dart.
Yep.
I like Shedeur Sanders too, and it's possible that Sanders could have a better career than Dart.
Definitely.
And it wouldn't surprise me. And right now, because Dart got drafted over Shedeur, this is adding this crazy fire for Shedeur Sanders right now. So I think, well, it's going to be interesting. It won't surprise me if Sanders is better than Dart in his NFL career, and it kind of just once again highlights, I don't know, how crappy the Giants are.
Yeah, but I don't think they were going to take him. Giants wouldn't take him, I don't think.
Why not? Why do you think
that? Because his father was a Dallas Cowboy that hated the Giants. It was terrible. They would say terrible things. They would just, it was not. It was a bad rivalry. So there's some bad blood between the Giants and the Cowboys. You know that. So there you go.
Yeah, Shedeur Sanders was in he was in a draft party with his pops and his father's ranch in Texas. So there you go. They're probably hoping, maybe for Dallas or something.
Well, yeah,
because they live right there, maybe.
Well, they got Prescott, but they.
I think he sucks.
If you look at the future, they might want to get a future.
Yeah, they didn't know. Dallas got a guard.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got 26 Falcons. James Pierce Jr., edge, Tennessee. They traded their pick from the Rams there. Good pick for them. 27 Ravens. Malika Starks. It says SAF.
Safety.
Oh, safety. There we go. From Georgia. Good pick for them. 28 Lions. Tyleek Williams, defensive tackle from Ohio State. Good pick. 29
Ohio
Commanders.
State again.
Oh, yeah. Pick Josh Connerly Jr., offensive tackle from Oregon.
6'4.5", 3'15".
Yep. 30 Bills. Maxwell Hairston, cornerback from Kentucky. Good pick.
Kentucky.
Yep.
Wow. Wildcats made it.
Yep. 31 Eagles pick Jahad Campbell,
It's a good
linebacker
pick.
from
Oh,
Alabama.
man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
good pick. They
Eagles
traded
are
up
better.
with the Chiefs.
Eagles are better on defense now because that guy's a badass from Alabama.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And then Chiefs get Josh Simmons, offensive tackle
from Ohio
State.
Wow, that was some first-round draft.
And the Giants are terrible.
I don't know. The time will tell. That's the thing with the draft. They were terrible for 12 years with it.
Well, I was
but
saying,
it doesn't mean it's going to stay the same.
I was saying the only way to break the curse, they had a chance to break the curse with the draft.
Get the
if they
O-line.
started drafting O-linemen.
They should have picked all the O-line from Ohio State and from Texas. The two good teams.
LSU.
There you go.
Yeah, the ones that they didn't. The ones they could have drafted, they could have, and they didn't.
Yeah, and they're not going to start the draft on the second round till like 6 o'clock tonight. I thought they were
Yeah.
going to do it like at 3 o'clock this afternoon, but
We
I'm
got
looking.
3
It says
hours.
3 hours to go. I'm like, what? But they should start now. They're waiting too long, and I don't know. It's going to be another late night. They should do it sooner. I want to know who they're picking. Okay. Okay, fans.
It's the main thing in sports though for ESPN, so they want it prime time.
And there's a lot of commercials.
Mhm.
They're running commercials hard, which it's part of it.
Yep, that's why I watched the Draft Spectacular that Pat McAfee
Okay,
show.
well, there you
on.
go.
But yeah, I think that was just for the first round.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's more fun
Yeah, definitely.
for sure.
Any other sports ball topics you want to go over?
There's a lot of fun here going on with the NFL draft and the basketball, and we got golf this weekend. Everything's happening in terms of the sports world, and we're here at Blazing Sports. And see you next time.
Yeah, we'll catch y'all tomorrow here on Blazing Baseball, blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.